Let's see, man. What's going on with my live? Oh, okay. The day the 20th? No way. Today is the 20th. What the heck? I bet you I didn't even know today was the 20th, man. Dang, time's starting to roll through here. So being rich, is it a mindset or is it just the way people are? Just because they were born into certain situations? Let's see how many people we can get up in here. We'll stay live for about an hour. Got to get these watch hours up, so let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Already been live for an hour. I don't understand why my dad going. I don't see y'all chat over here on my computer, but I'm pretty sure I can see y'all chat on the phone. That's what's up. An hour live stream. Rich versus poor. It was never about the money. Rich versus poor, it was never about the money. Then what was it about, people? What was it about? Where's highlighted? Oh, turn the camera off. That ain't it. Rich versus poor, money. It was always about the mindset, man. The mindset that you have is going to control whether you're going to be rich in knowledge or poor in knowledge. It's a fact. It's a real fact. Like, people don't think that way because they've been brought up in the world to think as the world think, man. And when you think when you think the way of the world and you are of the world, just guess what? Your whole mindset already off. You were never supposed to be able to think that rich versus poor meant you had a bad job versus somebody having a good job. It's all about your mindset, man. Your mindset makes you rich. Your mindset makes you poor. Somebody can come up with an invention up here. Who came up with the car? Who came up with the engine? Who came up with lights? Who came up with power? It all started up here. It all started in your mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody coming to the billion, man. We got what's that? Maria, Rachel. Who is this? Lucas. What's going on with y'all, man? Do y'all agree that rich versus poor starts up here? It ain't no your job better than mine. It ain't my job better than yours. It's my idea was better than your idea. That's where it's coming from. We got Kristen Johnson. We got so what y'all do? Y'all agree that your mindset is really you being rich or poor? Because think about it. You can come up with an idea right now and it could change the way you live. It can change the way you live, rich or poor, and it can change the way your mindset is. If you can come up with something in your mind. The only thing matters that you're alive. Well, you got to be alive, you got to survive, don't you? To be alive means you got to survive. So if you got that mindset, that means you got a poor mindset. You're not really thinking about nothing but being alive. Well, you got to be alive, you got to eat, you got to drink, you got to do something to keep your soul alive. So do you got a poor mindset in the way you think? Just being alive, that's a good thing. But you still got to think of how do you survive. It's got to go beyond just being alive. You know what I'm saying? Thank everybody for hitting that like button, man. Appreciate you. Your mindset got to go beyond just being alive, you know? You got to be able to support your whole physical being. Do you support it being physically poor or physically rich? And I'm talking about your mind. I ain't talking about money. We ain't talking about money. Appreciate all y'all for showing up, man. Appreciate all y'all. If you did show up, make sure you hit that like button. We're going to be live for an hour. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about rich versus poor, the mindset. It's all about the mindset to me. What y'all think? I mean, y'all showed up, so what's y'all opinion? I see we got Rachel saying that it's the fact that you're alive. That holds a lot of truth, but you know, we got to go beyond that. Like I said, we're gonna be live for an hour. If y'all know who I am, LS Chevy Grinder. I do have another YouTube channel, but on that channel it's mostly about car content and comedy. So this channel right here is different. This will be me taking on subjects, everyday life type stuff. Just seeing where everybody is, man, because the world ain't the same world no more. And we all know that. I mean, the cost of everything is high. Your pay ain't going up at your job. But as long as your mindset is right, being alive and making it from day to day and thriving and making sure you and yours is taken care of. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. So if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because we're going to keep bringing y'all this type of content, man. Daily talks, daily vlogs, just talking about everyday life stuff. How many people at work right now? Anybody at work right now on Friday? If you're at work right now, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not at work, put a 2 in the chat. And let's see where everybody's mindset is. And if you're off today, let everybody know what you got going on. Me, I'm off. I've been outside cutting grass. I'm just getting my day started for my week of working. Like I said in the last live, you spend 10, 8, 12 hours at a job. That means you spend at least 6 or 7 hours sleeping. And you spend about 3 or 4 hours to yourself during the week. Now, most of us, we're off on the weekend, so the first day off, we'll probably be sleeping. The next day, we'll try to get things done that we couldn't get done. And the third day, we'll be going back to sleep, getting ready for work again. So, you know, why does our mindset always think about work? Most of us, anyway. You know, most of us, we think about work all the time, and we never consider just thriving without a job. We'll talk about that in another live, though. So, yeah, we'll definitely go over that in another live, man. Yeah, if you show up, make sure you hit the like button. The topic is, we're talking about rich versus poor. Was it really about wealth, or was it about the way you think? Drop a comment below if you want to chime in. I'll be on here for an hour. I've been on here for 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes now, so it's all about y'all, man. Drop a comment below, we'll talk about it. So, everybody's been showed up. Appreciate y'all for showing up, man. Like I said, if you got, let me see if my volume all the way up. Nope, my volume went all the way up. If you have the mindset of a poor man, you become a poor man. If you have the mindset of a rich man, you become a rich man. And that's been tried and true through inventions and just looking at modern society now. A lot of us, like the clothes on our back, is made by some company, some brand. The hat you wear, made by some company, some brand. The chair I'm sitting in, made by some company, some brand. So somebody had the mindset to say, people gonna need these things, so I'm gonna make them. What are we making as everyday working people? Trying to get my seat, trying to get comfortable, man. Cause I'm gonna be sitting here for about the next 45 minutes. So. Try to get my chair comfortable as I can. What are we doing? What are we inventing every day? What are we making every day besides money for somebody else? Anybody out there do homesteading? Any homesteaders out there? Anybody got their own gardens? Anybody got their own businesses? Like, what do you do to escape the 9-to-5 mentality? What do you do? Like I said, it's all about your mindset. You can gain anything you want if you can think what it is you're trying to achieve. And I think for the most part, we don't think enough. I think we done got lazy. I think that'll be my next live. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write that down. I think as a society, we have gotten lazy and we don't want to take the chance at risking it all for a bigger payoff. I actually think that we have got lazy as people, man. As a society in whole. I ain't just talking about certain nations of people. I'm talking about everybody. Everybody got lazy. Yeah, I think that'll be my next talking point. We have got lazy. It's almost like a parent's taking care of a child. You know what I'm saying? You get the child to a certain point and they grow up, they can take care of themselves. Why is it a society we haven't grown up to take care of ourselves yet? That'll be my next talking point. Why have we not grown up as people in society to take care of ourselves? The government providing everything we need. The convenience store, the Walmarts, the Costco's, and all these places, they providing everything you need because you done got lazy. It was a time in history when people had their own livestock, they had their own food growing, vegetables, fruit, whatever, and they didn't depend on nobody else. They even made their own clothes. Why has society gotten to the point where people don't do this anymore? A lot of y'all say, well, we're more modern now. Who told you was modern? Who told y'all was modern? You know? I think as a whole, people done got lazy. We got lazy. Our mindsets have been set on clock in, clock out. And when your mindset on clocking in and clocking out all the time, that's all you're going to be trained to do. So they have successfully trained people to do what they want them to do. Y'all know it was one point in time. It was one point in time where the word suburbs didn't even exist. You know why they made suburbs and built malls and factories close to these suburbs? Because it made people lazy. Imagine waking up, you say, my job is right around the corner. Imagine waking up and saying, I don't gotta go in the backyard and get vegetables and tend to the farm animals no more. I could just go right around the street, around the corner to Walmart and get me something to eat. People done got lazy, man. It's the truth. People that got people that got lazy. They become more dependable on the government, and y'all see as much as I do. What's the first thing that happen during a natural disaster? They send FEMA out because people that got so lazy they can't even help themselves in a natural disaster. They gotta have the government come in, tell them, hey, your house is worth this much. Do you want to sell your land? Um, Here's some food stamps to help you out for the next month or so. Uh, Here's a voucher so you can go get yourself checked out at the doctor. Like, we done got lazy, man. You know, they came up with these think tanks long ago as they starting to modernize the world, right? As they start to modernize the world inside these think tanks, they telling people in the think tank, what do we do to make them give up all their rights, right? Think about that. It was a time when people lived free. Then they went inside these think tanks and they say, what do we do to make people give up all their rights? And somebody said, I know, we can create factories. We can create an industry to where they don't have to grow their own food. They don't have to dig wells for their own water. They don't have to clothe themselves anymore by making their own clothes. We gonna do it for them. That's lazy. These think tanks, they came up with these ideas to make everybody lazy. And y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all know that they have perfected the culture of making people lazy. And you'll never snap out of it. You'll always be in that matrix to where you thinking, well, this just the way life is. This the way things go. Nah, man. It was never meant for you to rely on somebody else. Take a pack of lions a pride of lions, for instance. The male lion, he step in and help the females when they need to take on bigger prey. But guess what happened after the females bear cubs? The male lions, they have to leave and start their own pride. The female lions, they stay there. Because that's just the way nature intended for things to be. You was never supposed to depend on somebody forever. They'll work you till 65 and then they'll do what? They'll tell you, here's your retirement. Here's your 401k. Here's your pension money. And then they done fed you all this nasty food and all these chemicals that you've been eating half your life. So they know something bound to shut you down. So by the time you start collecting that Social Security checks and all that stuff, man, your lifespan from 65 going into maybe 90. It's probably all you got to look forward to. If you make it to 100, hey, you was able to spend almost 40 something years of doing what? Trying to do the things that you was trying to do when you was 20, trying to do the things you wanted to do when you was 40, trying to do the things that now the only time you can do it is during your 60s. Your lifespan might be about 100 years, maybe. And then what? If you own the house, right? Think about it. If you own the house and land and you didn't have somebody responsible that it was left to, guess what ended up happening? The state come in and take it. They have an auction and they sell it to somebody else. You done spent all that money. You done spent all that time working for who? It's gonna make y'all think. You spend all that money and all that time paying for something. You die, and if the people that in your family can't pay those taxes on that land, guess what happens? The state comes in and takes all your hard work, all those nights of being tired and trying to say, well, I got to pay this off so I can own my land, only to die. And then you got a non-responsible person that can't pay the taxes. Now the state, it's they planned this out a long time ago, man. You will never own anything. You never own anything. You just borrowing it. That's all. You leasing it. You leasing your land right now. You can say, well, my car paid off. You only leasing that too. Whatever you think you didn't pay it off, you leasing it, man. Because unless you pay enough on the lease to where it can be years and years and years before you owe taxes on something, you'll never own it. Imagine you go make a homestead and you put a bunch of fruit trees and you get you an orchard and all that stuff going. And then when you get to a ripe old age, you pass away and you ain't got no grandkids responsible. You ain't got no children responsible. And the state just come in and have an estate sale and sell it off to somebody else. They still making money in your death. You was a spoil to them even when you did. You never get ahead, man. I'm just trying to make y'all think, because you keep punching time clocks. You keep depending on Walmarts and all the grocery stores. You keep depending on, in my case, Duke Energy or wherever it is that you stay, whoever provides the power that comes into your house. You're still depending on the water from the city, when you can clearly dig down 16, 20 feet and you can find fresh water. There's fresh water everywhere. But you're still lazy. It's gonna be my next talking point, my next video. This one right here gonna be an hour long. People getting lazy, man. And it's really starting to show in society. Society as a whole has failed everybody. Only thing they can do is get y'all triggered by y'all going out there protesting. Most of these protests don't be peaceful no more. It's just a bunch of rioting and looting, and it's never the people getting their point across, because you live in a society where everybody's an opportunist, and the only ones winning is the government. The government got what? They got the Army, the Navy, the Marines. They got all the warships, the planes, the tanks, the ammunition, the big ammunition. They got the bombs. They got the nuclear stuff. And what we got as a people, we barely got anything. But we the ones going out doing all the work. They taking money out your check before you even get a chance to cash it, before you even get a chance to see it, really. By the time you get your paycheck, most of us direct deposit. Uncle Sam got his cut right off the jump. The state get theirs, the federal get theirs, the Medicaid. You can't win, man. You can't win. You're never gonna win, because you know why? You are in a state that you the machine. You part of the gas that goes into the machine. The machine is the government. You the gas, you the fuel, right? One person drop, they stick another person in. The machine keep running. You know the way the machine start running? I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is how the machine start running. When you start to get that rich mindset, the machine stops running when you get the mindset to get off the treadmill. You ain't nothing but a hamster in a treadmill, man, and you keeping the government powered by going to work every day, by going to the grocery stores, by doing everything that requires you to pay a tax. Everything got a tax on it. You pull up to the gas pump right now, tax. You go check out in the grocery store right now, tax. You go buy some clothes, tax. You want to take the faster route to get around the freeway and all the traffic, you got to pay a tax. The world been set up for you not to win. I hope a lot of y'all realize that. I hope a lot of y'all realize that the world been set up for you not to win. You ain't nothing but a tax write-off. That's it. You the tax. You know how like when you get your income taxes and you got your dependents, you try to get a little bit of money back. So you claim your dependents, you try to get all the earned income credits you can. And then they kick back a little bit of money to you. Most of you go out and invest it in a new car, or some of you be smart and save it and invest it in something else. But that's all you is to the government. A tax. You're a tax. Imagine if you change your mindset up here. You stop becoming the gas that goes into the machine to power it. You start to take your freedom back. Because you ain't free. The emancipation, when the so-called slaves were free. They said, oh, we free. Free from what? Free from the torture and the abuse? Because now you in society. And it won't the slaves. Everybody a slave. You're a slave to the government. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong by saying that you're not a slave to the government. And you'll be the biggest lie on earth. You work, you're a slave. You pay taxes, slave. You want to go buy that new car, you got to put some money down. Now you got a loan, slave, because you got to pay somebody back. You ain't free. Who came up with that term, the land of the free, the home of the brave? That's a lie. That wasn't nothing but that was something to trick you, mess your mind up, to make you think you're a part of something. It's like the water boy for the football team. He don't even get on the field to play. All he does is bring out the water jugs. Here's your water. Here's your towel. Just to make him feel like he's a part of something. That's all that term was ever created for. Land of the free, home of the brave. Yeah, right. They wanted to empower the people to make them think they something. And at the end of the day, just push you down. You really ain't nothing. Think about it. Because everything you do is based off of taxation. You're supposed to have representation through the senators, and everything is supposed to be based off we the people. None of that matters. None of it matters. Just last weekend they had the No Kings protest, where they protesting and all the people. Wake up. Wake up. You gave your freedoms up once you started saying that you wanted the military and all these people to protect you because your government told you, if we ever had to go to war, how would we protect ourselves? No, they're talking about how would they protect themselves. Think about it. All the cattle, all of the railroad tracks that was ever laid, all of the labor, all that's off the backs of the people. And what the people got to show for it. Police officers that over police you. Taxes just through the roof. All you got in return was authority put over you. You lost all your rights. And that's for all people. If it's any creed or nation of people in America that think they free, they are lying to themselves. They done tricked all of you. We all been tricked and bamboozled. There ain't nobody free. Ain't no free people. It's a guy I work with. He proudly has "We the People" on the back of his truck, and he has an American flag attached to it. And that's his thing. Every day he leave work, his big old American flag just flapping in the back. And it's like, you representing the place, don't even care if you live or die, man. You in a place that don't care about you. Like truly, you work you doing all this for a place that don't even care about you, man. Why is that? Because we want to be a part of something. That's the thing. Like I said, they termed that term the home of the free, home of the brave, to make you feel like you was a part of something. Oh man, we free here. But now y'all starting to realize with this new administration, you ain't free at all. They came in undoing certain programs and getting rid of certain things. Ain't nobody free. And you got to think, the immigrants that had visas, they got to be thinking to themselves, man, this ain't what we came here for. We came here because we figured we can. They was on that set. See, they watch America and they think America is the place to be. Imagine being an immigrant, right? And no matter what country you're in, and you want to come to America, and you see what you see on social media, and you see all this stuff, and you say, man, I want to go to America. Only to get here and realize the only thing you got was probably $5-10 more an hour from what you was making in your other country. And taxes. You got taxes out the daggone. That's why they let y'all in here. They say, oh, that's more taxes right there. That's more money. Never let you in with the intentions of saying, hey, welcome to America. They don't care about that. And once we start to figure that out, we're going to learn. It's never been about the people. It's never been about the people. It's always been about the money. I'm just taking some notes of some talking points for later on. It's never been about the people. Always been about power and money. That's what it's always been about. Power and money. Ain't never been about the people, man. From the time they stepped foot on this land, power, control, authority. It's always been the thing. Power, control, and authority. Power, control, and authority. Then I said, well, we don't live in a dictatorship. Yeah, you do. Get pulled over by a police officer, especially if you're a black man in America. They want to exert authority over you right away. Especially if you don't agree to give up them license and registration. This is what I say to all people. Just give it to them. Don't say, I know my rights are. Just, here. Because they ain't expecting you to do that. You know the police job is to agitate you, get you worked up, so then an offense can come next. Because you know what? They reach inside your car. If you push the hand away, that's an assault on a police officer. You didn't know that, did you? See, their job is to agitate you. They need you to not agree with them. They need you not to respect their authority. Just say, here you go. It throws them off because they're expecting a challenge. They want you to argue with them, go back and forth with them, especially if you're in the car, and then you know the next thing is, I need to step out the car. They say, well, I ain't stepping out. And if he reaches his hand into your car and you do that, that's an assault. He got probable cause now to just snatch you out your car. You assaulted me. You touched me. So stop arguing with them, man. Because ain't y'all tired? Ain't y'all tired of what you got to go through in this system? The way it's set up for you to never win anyway. You know. Just don't argue with them. I don't care what color you are. Just license registration. Don't argue with them. I know my rights. I know my rights. I don't got to give you anything. That's how I see so many video people just arguing, man. I know my rights. You got to have a reason for me to show you. Just, here, bro. Here, you want the ID? Here it is. Here's the license. Get them out your face. That way you can go on with your day. I've yet to see a situation to where I'm pretty sure it could have been something happened where somebody was nice as they wanted to be and still got whooped up on by the police. If that's ever happened, I ain't seen the video yet, but I'm gonna say at least 95% of the time, if you just say, here's my license, here's my registration, sir. Or if they stop you in the street, sir, I don't have any identification on me. Well, what's your name? Well, my name is this. Because their job is to agitate you. Don't you know they get, the police, the court systems ain't nothing but a banking system, man. All the police are they the product. They the product to bring the money in. So you touch them, you argue with them, they get an offense on you. You know what they do? They go down to the police station, they file this stuff with the court systems. The court system ain't nothing but the banks, and the banks is making money off of you because when you do in court, for one, guess what? You got to pay the court costs. Then if you get put on like probation or something like that, you got to pay the probation officer. Y'all see what I'm saying? It was never meant for people to win. You never been set up to win, man. You never been set up to win. You're never gonna win. And this is like the truth. Hopefully this video, when it reaches people, y'all understand that you never was set up to win, man. I'm turning some of this information into shorts. So yeah, we're definitely gonna keep dropping this content, man. I had to get about an hour in. Need to get about an hour in, man. So I think I'm almost at the 40-minute mark. We got about 20 more minutes left. But rich versus poor, it was never about the money. It's always been about the mindset. So my thing is, don't argue, don't fuss. If you're mad, be mad with yourself. Because you got the ability to change as long as your mind's still working. Don't fall for the gimmicks. Don't fall for the setup that's coming, because they want y'all in the streets. They want chaos. They want black versus white. They want black versus everybody. And for the most part, as a black man, we starting to sit it out, man. We're not getting involved in this stuff no more, man. We're starting to realize ain't nothing you can change, especially as a black man. You know, I'll digress a little bit. We can't change nothing. What nation we got standing behind us? A lot of y'all are immigrants, or y'all got a country that y'all came from. That's what I mean by immigrants. So the Spanish guy can go back to Mexico. He got a whole Mexican army that can stand with him. The Chinese man can go back to China. Got a whole Chinese army and government that can stand behind him. The German, the man from Spain, even the African guy, the Saudi Arabian, the Iranian, the Israeli. These people got nations standing behind them. What nation you got, black man? What nation you got, black man? What nation stand behind you? If that don't make you think, I don't know what to make you think. What nation does the black man have standing behind him? None. It's one nation. And if you woke, you know what I'm talking about. I don't even have to talk about it. But yeah, black man in America, what nation you got standing behind you? Zero nation. You got every nation trying to get you. Every nation that hates you. There ain't no nation standing with you. When you went to slavery, ain't nobody say, hey man, let me get all them black folks out of slavery, man. I stand behind them. You went right on into slavery. You notice they don't mess with you. They give you the most cruel and unusual punishment as the black man. You know why? Because they know it. They can do whatever they want to you, and there ain't nobody coming to help you. Trying to make you think. That's why I say it's your mindset, man. It's all about your mindset. Hence the title of this video. Your mindset is going to be sink or swim. You got that sink or swim mentality, man. Because at the end of the day, we all slaves to something. Smoke cigarettes, you're a slave to that. Somebody like to drink every day, you're a slave to that. Somebody's a workaholic, you're a slave to the job. Some people like to be Karens or Darrens, they slaves to that. Some people just like being disrupted, you're a slave to that. Some people like to be haters, you're a slave to something, bro. You are a slave to something. I'm just trying to make you think. That's all I'm trying to do. Trying to make you think. Use your mind for prosperity and finding a way out. It's a scripture in the Bible. Right in Genesis, it said, man's mind was continuously evil. This is right when the Lord flooded the world. Then he found likeness in Noah and his family. You either got a mindset to do good, or you got a mindset to do continuously evil. And it's a lot of evil out here. A lot of evil. When we gonna wake up, people? We don't know when the day of the Lord is gonna show up. It's gonna show up, it's gonna be too late for a lot of us because we've been sheeple or sleep people the whole time. Won't wake up. Won't snap out of it. What's wrong with you? Why you can't wake up? Why you so slumber to sleep? Why you can't just shake it off? Remember the Truman Show? He started to notice things were off when he started to repetitively see the same things all the time. Messed him up. It messed him up. Then he walked out of the little studio thing and they were trying to keep him from going down the steps, and he finally saw freedom. He was being controlled the whole time. Well, welcome to the Truman Show. And I'm Truman at the end. I see all things and how everything going on, everything controlled, man. I got off that train, I got off that ship. It's your turn. It's your turn, man. I'm at 44 minutes. I said I'm going all the way down to an hour. It's y'all turn to wake up, man. Y'all mindsets is like the Truman Show. You're being controlled, you're being manipulated, you ain't nothing but a puppet on a string, and it's time to wake up. Rich versus poor. It was never about the money. It's about your mindset, man. Wake up. Wake up, America. Wake up, world. How many more days? How much more time? Today could be the last day on earth for everybody. You never know. What you gonna go down saying? Oh man, I just had clocked out of work. I was on my way home from work. That's a lot of us. A lot of us gonna be saying. You gotta wake up, people. You gotta wake up, man. Uh, like I said, for those y'all don't know, LS Chevy Grinder. I got a bigger YouTube channel. It's LS Chevy Grinder. This is LS Chevy Grinder Vlogs. We'll talk about day-to-day life, whatever hot in the news, topics, uh, just different. Just me being able to be me without the car content, the comedy, and just being me. Not saying that when I'm on my other big channel, LS Chevy Grinder, that I'm not being me. It's just that that's geared toward car content, comedy, and being funny. This is me just being more serious. To me being more serious, man, I just started this channel last weekend. Right now at 143 subscribers. I'm able to go live. Uh, you gotta have like 50 subscribers to go live. I got 143 so far, so I'm able to go live, drop this content. The same formula I use for my bigger channel. Go live for an hour, 2 hours a day. So I can get my watch hours up. And the more and more I get my watch hours up, man, the more YouTube recommend my content and the more my content can get out and reach people that it need to reach, because we all got something to talk about. We all work jobs, most of us do. We either own a business or do both. We probably own a business, do both, work. We got to get off this train, man. Not just the train of life, but the way you train your mind, your train of thought. It's all woven in together, man. So we got to wake up. We definitely got to wake up, people. If you watch the video this far, make sure you give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because this is just the beginning. Like I said, I started this channel last weekend. I'm already at 143 subscribers. The content been doing pretty good. So we just gonna grind. Same way we did on my other channel. I took that channel from 0 subscribers. I almost got 30,000 subscribers now. So this is my next venture, to have a vlog style channel, a real not politics, but a news type, everyday life type channel. And I figured I want no need to change the name from something else. Just keep LS Chevy Grinder. Everybody know me, LS Chevy Grinder, so everything will just correspond together. It'll be, if you type in LS Chevy Grinder, you'll see vlogs start to pop up behind it. That'll bring people here. So it's not gonna be no car content over here. You want to see car content, go on all over to LS Chevy Grinder. You get all the car content and comedy you can handle, man. But over here, it's gonna be mostly, strictly about everyday life, the grind, the work grind, the 9 to 5 stuff, and chiming in with people that's fed up, man. I know y'all tired, man. Y'all gotta be tired. You gotta be tired of the way life is treating you right now, man. You got to be. But you know why? You can't change it. You can't change that because you won't change your mindset. You keep telling yourself, there ain't nothing else I can do. Yeah, it is. Change the way you think. You got everything you need up here. Use it. Ain't nothing nobody can tell you. Can't nobody say, well, man, you need to do this. You know what you need to do. You ain't taking the time to use your mind so you can start to bring it into full circle, man. When a baby's born, you think a baby gonna say, I want to be a doctor when I grow up. I want to be a musician. I want to be an athlete. Babies ain't thinking like that when they born. their mindsets get set to a point to where they see a lot of things, and their mind's starting to program and work the way it's supposed to. You stop thinking when people start telling you what you can and what you can't do. That's what starts to limit you as a person. Somebody telling you, no, you can't do that. You can't do this. That's what limits you as a person. Being told that you can't do it when you physically can do it. You gotta think about it first. Think about when you dream. You can do just about anything in your dream. You don't think you can make dreams reality? Come on, man. Because if you couldn't make it reality, why are you able to dream it? I don't think y'all hearing me, man. I said, if you can't make it reality, why are you able to dream about it? That's because subconsciously you've been thinking about it, and your mind has put the ideas together. You just won't bring it into existence. When the Lord said, let there be light, what happened? Light existed. When the Lord said, let the waters be filled with all types of fish and aquatic life, it happened. When he said, let there be beasts in the earth, it happened. When he said, let there be herbs and grass and fruit trees, guess what? It happened. When he said, let us make man in our image and our likeness, guess what? It happened. So you don't think God don't look like you? If he said I created them in my image, guess what? There's a lot of versions of God running around in the earth that look like physically like hands, eyes, that type of version of God. I ain't saying that you are God literally, but he did give you this. He gave you this. The creation is up here. Like this pen. Somebody created this. Click it. The point come out, you can write. Click it again, it retracts. This came from a thought in somebody's mind. A light switch, a thought from somebody's mind. A car. The whole concept of a car. It works just like your mind. It's got to have gas, it's got to have some type of oil. It's got to have a spark. It's got to have air. It's got to have fuel to go. And it's running until it run out. See, when you run out, you out. Like you out here for good. So don't waste your V8 or your V12 of a mind or whatever size engine you might think your mind is. Don't waste it just spinning your wheels, man. You know? Your mind is like a car, so don't waste it just spinning your wheels all the time. Get some traction. Get some traction, hook up, and make a good pass. Hey, I need to write that down as a quote. Your mind is like a car. Stop spinning your wheels. Get some traction, hook up, and make a good pass. Yep, y'all heard that first, man. I'm gonna have to make another YouTube channel. LS Chevy Grinder Quotes. What y'all think? Almost been live an hour. I got 6 more minutes. I have to stay live an hour. This is for the sake of getting watch out. So, and then I like to touch on a lot of subjects. So I covered a lot of stuff. Y'all can see I wrote some stuff down that I'm gonna go back over. And if you don't take nothing away from this video, remember that your mind is just like a car. It only can start if you turn the key. And it can take you wherever you want to go as long as you got enough gas and a lot of ambition and a lot of know-how, a lot of willingness, and don't get replaced by AI out here. Don't let AI replace y'all out here, man. I'm trying to tell you. I got 5 minutes left. Appreciate the people that showed up. Pretty sure a lot of y'all will get this video out there in. But yeah, you've been tricked into thinking rich versus poor was wealth, and it's not wealth. It's the wealth of the mindset, the mind, the ability to think. You've been shortchanging yourself, man. You haven't been getting the ideal amount of the right information, and therefore you've been malnutritious or unnourished in the ability to think correctly. And with that being taken away from you, you're running around without the right nutrients, man, and you can't think. When you start to let people think for you, that's what they call a parasite. Parasite will cling to you and it's taking everything away from you. And in some cases, you start to think like the parasite until you get rid of it. The only way you can do that is you got to fast. You got to fast from working. They call that a vacation. You got to fast from eating. They call that getting closer to God. You got to fast from unhealthy habits. That's just taking care of your physical health. And you got to fast from negativity and every little thing else that's keeping you from being you. You hear a certain song, it brings on some type of emotion. You hear certain people talk, they can trigger something in you. You got to start learning how to fast away from this stuff, man, and build your mindset up to be greater than what you've done the previous day. You don't take chances. You don't take risks. You don't prevail and go in the path that you set out for yourself. So you definitely can't sit around and blame somebody else when you yourself, you ain't even trying to make an effort to get to the next chapter in life, man. So as we wind down and we get to this hour mark, hopefully this can help somebody. Share the video out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and keep tuning into the live, man, because I did this to build a mother channel. Every day I went live for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 10 hours sometimes. Sometimes it's a lot of hours, but you gotta be just like me, man. Keep telling yourself, look, I gotta keep pushing till I get to the next step, because you don't want to look back at the time you wasted procrastinating when you can already be ahead because you made a sacrifice. So the time you spent procrastinating could have been the time you could have been ahead. Think about all the days I went live. It could have been the days I said I ain't going live and I would have been behind. But now I'm ahead. So y'all make sure y'all hit that live, that subscribe button. Well, we at an hour right now, so I'm about to be up out of here. Till the next time, man, it's LS Chevy Granda Vlogs. Peace.